My dad refused to spend a single penny on food. He said, "The earth is full of free sustenance, and since we lived in the suburbs, that meant we survived on grass, bugs, and rubber from old tires." He'd wake us up at dawn to forage, teaching us which weeds were almost like spinach and which beetles had the most protein. Mom would boil dandelions and clovers into a gray soup, while Dad lectured us about how grocery stores were scams. My stomach hurt constantly from eating things that weren't food, but Dad said that was just our intestines getting stronger. At school, other kids had sandwiches and chips while I unwrapped balls of cooked grass wrapped in leaves. The first time someone saw me eating a cricket, they screamed. After that, I learned to hide during lunch, choking down whatever forest salad Mom had packed while sitting behind the dumpsters. Teachers called home about my unusual lunches, but Dad convinced them we were just extreme health enthusiasts. When my brother Noah's hair started falling out, Dad claimed it was his body efficiently redirecting nutrients and made him eat more beetles to compensate. The tire rubber came later, when Dad decided we needed more iron in our diet. He'd find old tires on the side of the road and spend hours cutting them into tiny pieces with industrial scissors. "Rubber trees are plants," he'd explain while Mom boiled rubber chunks until they were soft enough to swallow. "This is just processed tree sap." The smell made our whole house reek like a burning factory. I'd gag trying to chew the black pieces that tasted like poison and stuck in my teeth. Winter was the hardest because nothing grew and the bugs disappeared. We survived on pine needle tea, dried grass from the summer, and Dad's expanding definition of edible. He started bringing home leather from old shoes, saying it was just processed animal skin. Chunks of drywall became mineral supplements. He'd grind up chalk and mix it into our water for calcium. Our bodies were eating themselves, ribs showing through our clothes. But Dad said we'd never been healthier. I started sneaking food at school, stealing bites of real sandwiches kids threw away. The first time I tasted bread after 2 years of grass and bugs, I cried. It was soft and filling and didn't hurt going down. I became obsessed with trash cans, waiting for people to throw away half-eaten apples or crackers. A janitor caught me digging through garbage and reported it, but when the counselor asked why, I couldn't tell her the truth. Who would believe it? My sister Luna figured out she could trade homework answers for food. She'd do kids' math in exchange for their fruit cups or cookies, hiding the food in her backpack to share with us later. We'd huddle in the bathroom stall passing around a bruised banana like it was treasure. But Dad found the food wrappers in her room and lost it completely. He said we'd been poisoning ourselves with corporate toxins and needed a full cleanse. The cleanse meant eating only grass for a month. Not weeds or plants that were almost like vegetables. Just straight grass from our lawn. We'd spend hours grazing like cows, trying to fill our screaming stomachs with something our bodies couldn't even digest. Luna passed out at school, and when the nurse called, Dad told her it was a healing crisis, and that Luna's body was just adjusting to pure nutrition. That's when I snapped. I was 15, weighed 70 pounds, and couldn't remember what it felt like not to be hungry. I walked to the nearest McDonald's with $1 I'd found and bought a single cheeseburger. I ate it in 3 bites and immediately threw up, my shrunken stomach rejecting real food. But I didn't care. It had tasted like heaven. When I got home, Dad could smell the grease